Assalamu alaikum, my name is By Maham and my topic for presentation is how torrent work behind the scene. What is torrent? Whenever this question comes up, the common question people give is that it's a faster way to download data. But why do we need it? Just imagine how hard it would be to download a file in gigabytes from an official site by a typical downloading way. As when someone downloads a file, it comes to the computer in a single stream from a single source. When multiple people want to download the same file, the source can become overworked. And then you have to wait for hours for the download to complete. In worst cases, the source can even shut down. So what do you do then? The solution of your problem is torrent. Torrent is a faster, more easier and more reliable way to download files from the internet. But how does it work? It's simple. It turns its downloaders into sources. This way they each get pieces of the file but also provide those pieces to each other. Together the downloaders become a network of multiple sources, all working to provide pieces to one another. This makes the download fast and reliable. And so the torrent, a network of multiple sources, peer-to-peer file sharing process. So when does the file become a torrent? When it becomes a torrent, your file gets broken down into thousands of tiny snippets. And a torrent file lets you know where to find each one. A user may be in anywhere in the world on a computer, and a client like BitTorrent lists all the snippets down separately and reassembles them on the user's computer. Once one chunk of that data is safely on one computer, you start sending it out again, sharing the parts of the data that you have while looking for the ones that you don't. A torrent file. A torrent file is named after whatever you're downloading. This file is not a full package though. It just tells your computer what you are looking for. A torrent, BitTorrent, a client. To read the file, the torrent file, you need a client, something like uTorrent and a BitTorrent, which merges the download and assembles the file. Torrent is just like a web browser. Just like a web browser needs to have websites to be useful, a torrent needs to have special files called torrent files. A tracker. To figure out where to get your snippets, you need a tracking system, especially a server that specifies the initial torrent file. It keeps track of who got which snippet, giving you a real-time map of where each part of the file is. Tracker keeps track of the computers who are downloading or already have the whole file and introduces your computer to them. With the connection in place, your computer sends out the pieces of the file they need. All the computers on the network are called peers. And so then torrenting is a process of peer-to-peer file sharing. The peer which holds the complete file and sends the pieces to other peers is called a seeder, and the ones who don't share the pieces of the complete files are called letters. So long story short, torrent turns downloaders into sources, and so more downloaders mean more sources, and ultimately faster downloads. There are some benefits to this. Unlike direct downloads, a single torrent can serve tens of thousands of people without any significant load on the tracking server. If a few nodes go down, the network doesn't even care. It turns out to be a robust way to distribute big files across a lot of far-flung computers. But the big question is that why does torrent work the way it does? Why break the file and then send the pieces to the entire world and reassemble them on the client's computer? Well, in my opinion, the idea was to distribute paid files and programs for free on the internet. In the big scheme of things, if a single person provide these paid files for free, that person would be caught for the crime of stealing. But as every computer in the network receives and sends the file chunks, so it would be almost impossible to catch tens of thousands of people at the same time, which makes torrent even more promising. Now let's have a quick look at how you can download a file from torrent. After downloading and installing BitTorrent on your computer, you can go to this site, torrents2.eu. Here you can search any file you want. You can download it from here, from any site. These are all the sites that can provide you with a torrent file. You can just download it from here. And when the file is downloaded, click on it. And then you can choose the files you want to download. And then you can see the streaming going on. Thank you.